Alright guys, this is Christian here. Today I'm going to be making a different type of video. I always like to talk about concepts that are really general and broad and are going to help you basically shift your mindset or change what you're doing right now. But this is going to be more like about practical advice. It's going to be something super actionable, something that you can start applying today. And the topic I want to talk to you guys about today is the concept of time efficiency. So a lot of times you've probably heard gurus or motivational quotes, or you just heard online that you have to work all day, every day. And there's benefits to doing this, of course, right? If you devote more hours to your business, to your hustle, to your online skill, you're going to make progress quicker. You're going to make money faster than if you just, work 2 hours a day or, Monday through Friday, right? There's definitely some benefit to working every single day, especially longer hours instead of short hours, 2, 3, 4 hours. If you worked 6 hours, 8 hours or more, you're definitely going to get faster results. You're going to do more progress. But it's also important that you don't just stuff hours. You don't just log hours of work and don't actually make any progress, right? You don't want to just work 100 hours a week or 120 hours a week and still be making 0K per month, right? You want to actually be making some money and actually be rewarded for the time and the energy that you put into your business or to your online skill, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. I'm going to talk to you how you can actually be efficient with your time. And right now you might not have a lot of responsibilities, right? You're probably maybe in your late teens, early 20s, or maybe at most, probably you guys might be in your 30s, right? You don't have as many responsibilities yet for most of you guys, right? Most of you guys don't have a family, don't have people to take care of. Maybe you have some people that you have to watch over, but you're not responsible for people so much that you have to devote substantial amounts of time of your day to taking care of people or providing for people, right? So pretty much most of you guys have, aside from school, maybe your job, you have a lot of free time to devote to your online business or to your online skill, right? But one of the things that a lot of you guys, might be missing or might be not, taking into account is that it's not the same as working 10 hours in a day and, working 6 hours of pure concentration, 6 hours where you're not scrolling on TikTok, you're not watching YouTube videos, you're not, singing along with music, you're not watching TV in the background, right? 6 hours where you're 100% dialed in, right? You have your headphones on. Maybe you're listening to some background music, some really soft music that's going to allow you to just concentrate on the video you're editing, or maybe on sending outreach messages, or maybe you're designing a landing page or website, whatever it is, right? You want to be able to concentrate 6 hours, 8 hours of actual good focus, right? Now 12 hours where you were scrolling TikTok in between breaks, you were watching TV, you were watching a podcast on YouTube, you were, scrolling Twitter, right? These are ways of working. You'll look at the time, right? It'll say that you spent 10 hours, 12 hours working on this video edit, or on this landing page, or on this client work that you're working on right now. And it might seem that you devoted 10 hours, 12 hours, but because you were distracted, because you kind of had your attention elsewhere, it wasn't the highest quality 12 hours, right? So what you want to do is you actually want to get really, really deep work, right? So there's a lot of videos and a lot of, books that cover this topic. And the reason why there's so much content on this is because it's super important. It actually makes such a world of a difference, right? Because you have to realize that everyone in the world has 24 hours, right? Nobody has less. Even billionaires have 24 hours in a day. Even the brokest, homeless man has 24 hours in a day. So 24 hours is what we're all given, right? But of course, you have to be super time efficient, but you also have to have leverage, right? So leverage is a different concept that maybe I'll talk about in a different video. But today we want to talk about time efficiency, right? So one of the ways that you can increase your time efficiency is, again, like I said, don't watch, TikTok videos, don't watch YouTube podcasts, don't watch TV, don't watch the sports game on your phone while you're working, right? It might seem that you can multitask. It might seem like you're able to do multiple things at once and still do this task. But trust me, you're going to do less quality work. You're going to do it slower. You're going to take longer. And what's ended up happening at the end of the day is instead of doing 10 different tasks, you're going to end up doing 5 or 6 because you were not 100% focused. Your attention was divided, and there was breaks that you took, maybe to talk to, friends in the group chat. Maybe you spent a couple minutes watching reels. Maybe you went on the binge, right? You watched 5 YouTube videos, right? These time leaks are going to happen, right? You're going to lose efficiency if you're kind of distracted, right? So what you want to do is This is one thing that I've heard a lot of people, benefit from is your phone or whatever you have, right? It might be your tablet or maybe you have your phone. Leave it in a different room. Like, let's say, for example, you have your room where your computer is, or you have an office space, or you just have like the living room computer. Wherever it is your computer is, get your phone, get your tablet, get whatever device or thing that could distract you. That's not the computer, right? Try to work on your computer, because when you work on your computer, you're going to be way faster because there's a mouse and keyboard, right? As opposed to phone. It's just kind of like, really small screen and harder to type, right? So try to work on like a computer or a laptop. So you have a mouse and a keyboard and it's just so much faster than your phone, your tablet. Put it in a different room, right? If you don't have an extra room to put it in, just put it in the bathroom or just put it in the kitchen. Put it somewhere far away from where you are. And at first, you're going to feel temptation. You're going to want to like kind of go check your phone, look at your notifications, watch like what your friend responded to you, watch like what someone else said in the group chat, right? You're going to be tempted to check, right? But what you want to do is you want to put it far away in a different room, in the kitchen, the bathroom, or an extra, room that's empty. You want to put it there because every time you want to check or every time you get the urge to look at your phone, you have to stand up from your chair. You have to go to the other room, open up your phone, and then check, right? So it's so much more work. So whenever you have that moment where you have like this impulse that you want to just check your phone, you're going to look around your desk and it's not going to be there. And you'll be like, okay, it's another room. All right. So I'm not really in the mood to go get my phone. I'm going to leave it over there. And sometimes you probably will get that temptation, or you'll get really, really bored where you want to go check it and you'll walk to the other room. When you check it, leave it there in that same room again. And the second time that you want to use your phone, you'll be like, oh man, I have to go back to the other room. I have to go look for it in the drawer. I have to, turn it on if it's turned off, right? And I have to go open the app, blah, blah, blah. It's going to take a lot of time, right? It's going to seem harder, right? So there's times where you're actually going to break and you're going to go check it. But then the second time that you want to break and go check it, you're going to remember how long and how far away it is and how much of a hassle it was to go over there, that you're not going to want to do it, right? So that's one trick that a lot of people do. Another trick that people do is, let's say, for example, you have trouble with TikTok or Instagram or a certain app, just uninstall it, right? Like, put it in the other room and uninstall it. And that way, if you do check your phone in the other room, you have to go install Instagram, you have to install TikTok again, and it's just way more work. Another thing you could also do, but there's some downsides because you might miss out some notifications, is you can even turn off your phone, right? Like, shut it off and put it in the other room. And this is going to make it way harder to check it because you literally have to turn on your phone. You have to wait 5 to 10 seconds to turn on your phone. And it's just like so slow. So there's a couple things you could do. You could put it in a different room. You could uninstall the apps that you use that distract you. You can turn off your phone. You can do so many different things, but just keep your phone away because that's one of the biggest distractions you're going to have. And on your computer, right? Let's say, for example, you tend to watch YouTube videos on your computer. You have Discord. You have like group chats. Do the same thing, right? Uninstall Discord. Uninstall like whatever app or whatever game that's distracting you. Just uninstall it from your computer. Because let's say, for example, you want to go check the Discord, you want to go check this app, you want to go log into your game to like check something. You can't because it's off your computer, right? So that's one of the ways that you can also take away your distractions, is uninstall things on your computer that distract you. And now for tabs, right? Let's say, for example, you have this habit of watching YouTube. You have this habit of like going on Reddit or checking these websites, right? What you can do is, there's a lot of Chrome extensions. There's one that I use, it's called Undistracted. And what you can do there is you could basically just uninstall this Chrome extension. And what you can do is you can block Instagram, you can block YouTube, you can block Reddit, Twitter, these things, right? And the reason why you want to block these apps is because you might not have your phone anymore, but you'll be tempted to like type in Instagram.com or YouTube.com or Twitter.com, where you're going to want to like actually go and check the pages on your computer. But if you block it with that app, you're not going to be able to even look at Twitter or Instagram or YouTube on the computer anyways, right? So that's one of the ways you can kind of like get more time efficiency, is take away the things that take away your focus, kind of like the leakages that you have in time and energy focus. Just block them out, put your phone in a different room, block the apps that distract you, especially like YouTube homepage or like Instagram feed, Instagram explore page, TikTok for you page. These things are like designed to get you trapped, and you want to go in there just to watch one reel, one video, one thread, and you end up getting stuck for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe even like an hour or two, right? So these things are designed to like, keep you in there and, turn one video into like 10 videos watched, 20 videos watched. So what you want to do is instead of like being defeated by them, you're going to block them out. You're going to uninstall them. You're just going to take them away from, your computer and your devices. And then you're going to have nothing to do. Let's say, for example, you're writing a YouTube script. You're going to have the Google Doc. Maybe you're going to have ChatGPT, some like AI tools, or if you're editing a video, you're going to have CapCut or Premiere Pro and just a video, right? Whatever your work is, you're not going to have YouTube. You're not going to have Reddit, Twitter, anything like that. So you're just going to see the Google Doc, the Premiere Pro dashboard, or whatever you're working on, and that's it, right? You're going to feel like tempted. Okay, I want to check my phone. Okay, my phone's in the other room. I want to go look at YouTube. Oh, it's blocked. Okay. Now you're just going to be staring at that blank document and be like, okay, got nothing to do. I blocked everything out. I'm going to sit down and actually go and type this YouTube script, or I'm going to go ahead and go edit this video. I'm going to go ahead and, send this cold email to this client that basically, said maybe he'll buy, right? Basically, you took away all the distractions that you pretty much only left you and work, right? And you have nothing to do in this office, in this living room, this room where you have your computer, right? But to actually do the work, right? If you're bored and you want to go check TikTok, you can't. So instead, you're just going to go here and type, right? Because now you eliminated all the distractions. So there's nothing to do. Literally, you can't distract yourself. What are you going to do? Like stare at the white wall, or you're going to look down at your hands. You're going to like look at the keyboard. You're just going to, I don't know, like check the weather app on your computer or something, right? There's nothing to do. So you're going to force yourself to actually go ahead and work because there's literally nothing else you could do, right? Like continuing with this YouTube script, continuing with this YouTube video you have to edit, sending this cold email, responding back to this client, whatever it is you have to do, you're literally going to have no option but to do work. And, work is going to be the most entertaining thing to do because like the alternatives is, look at your fingers, look at the white wall, or, just stare around at the outside the window, or I don't know, just like literally there'll be nothing to do, right? So the work is going to be the only interesting thing to do. And because that's the only option, the only like stimulus that you have, you're going to end up doing more work and it's just going to be easier. And you're just going to basically sit down for 6 hours on your computer, and it won't be 6 hours distracted. It won't be 6 hours where you're kind of watching TikTok and YouTube and Twitter at the same time. It's going to be 6 hours where you literally just locked in and you had nothing else to do. Maybe there'll be moments where you're kind of getting tired and you actually like get up and go to the bathroom and go get water, but it's going to be a lot less distractions, a lot less breaks than if you had your phone or if you had these apps around you, right? So just one of the things that I've done, and I really like tested this thing, right? That's why I have like the Chrome extension. I even have apps on my phone. By the way, guys, I'm not affiliated with any of these like Chrome extensions or apps, but on the phone, there's also another app called App Block. They can track your time. We can track where you're like wasting your time. So that's one app you can use, kind of called App Block. It's it's on iPhone, it's on Android. I have it on both of the phones because I have an Android and an iPhone. And on the Chrome extension, it's called Undistracted. And now there's another one. It's also a paid software that I use. It's called Rescue Time. And basically with Rescue Time, it's to block apps. It's also to calculate like how much time you spend on Instagram, how much time you spend on YouTube, how much time you spend on Gmail, or like basically tracks everything so that at the end of the day or at the end of the week, you can check, okay, where did I lose time? Where was I inefficient? What can I improve? So basically, I pretty much have everything tracked. I really went down the rabbit hole. I looked for like all these apps, all these tools. I tried free apps. I tried like paid software. So I take this really serious because it's kind of like something that really does make a difference. If it actually does, change your time efficiency, you're end up doing more work in less time. And one of the things that you want to do is if you want to grind all day, every day, let's say, for example, you want to, throw in 12-hour days to, make faster progress with your business. You want those 12 hours to actually be good. You want them to be 12 hours that actually count, right? Because what's the whole point of like working all day, every day to make zero money or to make very low amounts of money, right? You want to work all day, every day so you can make fast progress and actually hit your goals faster, right? That's the whole point of working all day, every day, right? So this is one of the ways that you could do that is being super time efficient. And now let's say, for example, you're a different type of entrepreneur. You want to work 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. Maybe you want to have Sunday off. Maybe you want to work 8 hours and then the rest of the hours of your day, you want to have free time. to hang out with your friends, to travel, to family, whatever it is that you want to do. If you're one of those entrepreneurs that really values your free time, being so super time efficient is going to make a huge difference, because now when you work 8 hours, if you do super 8 hours of concentration and you make those 8 hours count, and sometimes if you're super efficient with your time, you're super focused and super intense, those 8 hours are going to beat guys that spend 12 hours or 14 hours, because there's just so much more path, so much more high leverage, right? So if you're one of those entrepreneurs, the time efficiency is going to make such a difference, because you're going to be able to, cram more work, basically do more in 8 hours or 6 hours, whatever, time you want to work. You're going to do way more progress. You're going to have time, to enjoy life and to do the things you want to do with your money. So that's why time efficiency is super important. So if you want to grind all day, every day, and you want to make fast progress, time efficiency is important. If you want to value free time, family time, travel, playing hard, right? Not just work hard, but also play hard, then, time efficiency is super important. But anyways, guys, I hope this video was kind of valuable to you guys. I know this topic is actually super like major and super, it has a lot of things to, basically learn. I went ahead and like talked about like the 80-20, which is the 80% that's actually super important, which is like the phones, the apps, the distractions, sitting down with just you and the computer and your work. That's basically like the most important things to do. Of course, there's like other tricks, there's Chrome extension softwares, I mentioned a couple of them, but like I said, guys, that's the most important thing. So I hope this video was valuable to you guys. If you guys enjoy these videos, make sure you guys like the video. This way it's going to get recommended to way more people, and it's going to help the channel grow as well. It's going to get more views on my videos and more people to, eventually find my channel and get value from the videos that I'm making. And also make sure you subscribe, right? Turn on the notifications, because I'm posting videos every single Monday and Friday. And if you're subscribed and you have the notifications on, then you're not going to miss a single upload. So again, guys, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.